Hey friends, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a process video for scrapbook and cards today. I am going to be using the Pebbles collection called Sun and Fun, and I'm just showing you some of the items that I have here. And then I'm also using some Catherine Pooler ink, so I'm going to use the Aquatini. I don't end up using the party dress after all, but I did pull it out. So I'm going to use Aquatini and then a little bit of All That Jazz. So all I do is take my ink pad and apply some ink to an acrylic block. Add some water using a spray bottle, and then some packaging here that I had. I was just cutting up a little piece of packaging, and I'm just going to pick up some color with the packaging and then add it to my white textured cardstock from American Crafts. And then I'll go back in with the paintbrush and then add some sprinkles as well. This is really simple. I don't prep the page with any gesso or anything. I just make sure that I do blot it up with a paper towel pretty quickly. So I'm just doing the packaging technique really quick. I know that I want to create a vertical design, and so I'm concentrating the color on that vertical and then a little bit off to the right, because I know that my photo and my title will kind of go off to the right in the center. So I am creating this for International Scrapbooking Day. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on the blog, so make sure you guys head on over to the Scrapbook and Cards Today blog. I will leave it linked down below. Tons of inspiration, challenges, prizes. So make sure you take some time and head on over there, and also make sure you head on over to the Scrapbook and Cards Today Instagram, give them a follow, and then also their Facebook page. I'll leave all the links down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. So I'm just adding some sprinkle of this color, and then I'm going to go in with this All That Jazz just to get a little bit of a darker blue. This is one of my favorite techniques. I do this a lot on my scrapbook pages. Simple, easy, and I just love the end result of all that color on the background. So just taking this paper towel and rolling it onto the background just to pick up some of that color and to help dry it. Now I'm going to go through the 6x8 paper pad and pull out some patterns that I want to use. So I'm going to go with this pink, this yellow. I do pull out some floral papers as well. And then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and just cut up a bunch of different size squares. Not exactly sure how I want this design to go. I just knew that I wanted to cut some squares. I wanted to create a vertical design and use a lot of different colors and patterns. And I'm also going to run these squares through my sewing machine. I love that the texture that the stitching gives to the layout, and I just really love the way that it looks. So I'm going to go through and cut all these up. I just have a whole bunch of different sizes. I have some 2x2s, 1.5 by 1.5. I did do some 3x3s, but I don't think I end up using, I might use just one 3x3. So just a whole bunch of different random sizes, and then figure out how I want them to go on my layout. So I hope you will give this vertical design a try. This is always a design that I will go to. It's easy, it's quick. There's so many different possibilities, different things that you can do with this sort of design. So I thought this would be really fun to do. So here I am, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to lay the squares out like this all over the page and just kind of layer them up. But I'm going to change it up here in just a minute and turn these squares. So here's my photo. It's a photo of my niece, and we had gone over to the lake that's it's probably about 25 minutes away from my house, and we did a whole bunch of photos on that day and just enjoyed the beach and the water. It was a lot of fun, and I love the way that this photo came out. So I wanted to use this collection because I thought it went really well with the papers and the colors, and then the aqua in the background. So still trying to mess with how I want these squares to go, and I'm just not really feeling the way that all of this is looking. I love the colors together. I'm just not really liking how these squares are looking. So I'm going to change it up, and I really love the way that this looks instead. So I'm going to lay these out, and then I'm going to take them all off and then run them through my sewing machine, just with the straight stitch with some white thread. And I really like the way that they turned out. So I'm just cutting a few more of these pink squares. And then I decide to add in a different pattern. And then now I'm going to run them through my machine, and here they are all stitched. And I'm going to take my scissors and then just distress the edges of all of these squares just a little bit. Just give them a little bit more texture and rough them up just a bit. I'm going to get them stuck down with some adhesive straight to the layout. I did think about popping them up, but I ended up just sticking them straight to the layout. And then I will add foam adhesive to the back of my photo and some of my embellishments. So now they're all ready to go, and I'm going to get them lined up here vertically on my page. Just kind of spreading out the different designs so they're not all close together. And then once I have them where I want them, I'm going to go ahead and stick them down with my adhesive. My photo I printed at home, and it's almost a 4x4. It might be just a little bit smaller than a 4x4. And in the app that I use, I believe it's called Pick Frame, I was able to kind of round the edges of the photo and then create the white border around the photo. And I really like how it turned out with those round edges of the photo. I think it's really cute. Just a little detail to add to the layout. So getting all these squares stuck down with this tape runner from Scrapbook Adhesives. And I really like the way that this turned out. Love all of these different patterns and all that texture and then all that color peeking out underneath the squares. So I do have some that are kind of off the edge of the paper there, so I'm just going to get those trimmed off with my scissors. And then start to embellish my layout. I want to mat this on a pattern paper. So I'm going to go through some of the 12x12 papers that I have and decide which one I like the best. I love them all, but in the end I end up going with the pink with the dot on it. I almost went with this one with the text all over it. I thought that one was really pretty. And in the end, here I am. I'm going to stick with this one that I had originally planned on to begin with, but I wanted to see how everything else looked on it. I'm going to go ahead and rough up the edges of the the white cardstock just to kind of give it more texture and also kind of tie in the little squares that they're all ruffled up and distressed as well. Get this stuck down to my page and then start adding some different embellishments. Going to get my photo stuck down. I also pulled out the phrase thick puffy stickers that I have there on the side. I'm going to use those for my title. These die cuts I pulled, and then the 6x12 sticker sheet. I'm going to add a little floral here to the left. I love having different florals peeking out. And then I'm going to add some embellishments on top of the different squares. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do for my title. There's some great ones on the sticker sheet. I love all of them and the different fonts, and that pink is just perfect. I'm going to end up going with this one that says Hello Summer, and I'm just going to trim it off and get it placed down on my page. I also want to use this little sun circle, kind of fill up a little bit of that open space that I have going on there. So it'll be Hello Summer, and then that cute little sun in the middle. And I love the way that that looks. I love a good title. I love a nice looking title, and these puffy stickers are perfect. If there was one thing that you had to pick up from this collection, I think it would be these puffy stickers. I just think they're adorable. I love them so much. So I'm just adding a few more embellishments here off to the side. I like to create little clusters to the side of my photo. So I'm just adding a few little die cuts here and stickers, popping up some of the die cuts onto these squares with some foam adhesive. I love this pink little flamingo floaty, so I will end up sticking that there on the side. Trying to match the color of the stickers to the square. So I'm going to get this flamingo stuck down with some foam. And I think that's just super cute. For my journaling, I'm just going to use my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter to type out my journaling, trim it down into some strips, and then adhere it down with some wet adhesive. I have these puffy dots from the collection that I'm going to stick down around the page using the colors from the collection. These are so fun to use. They're puffy. They're not enamel dots. They're puffy sticker dots. And I just think it adds another texture to the layout. And that will pretty much finish up the layout. I will have some still shots for you at the end. Make sure that you guys head on over to the Scrapbook and Cards Today blog and check out all of the challenges that are going on today. Would love to see you guys play along with us for a chance to win some prizes. And if you end up creating a vertical design layout, I would love to see it. So make sure that you tag me either on Facebook or on Instagram. And I will catch you guys in my next video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful International Scrapbooking Day and a great weekend. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.